Yo, 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 this is Dorky Diggity Dave, and today we are reviewing, that's right, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Welcome back, guys. We are reviewing the next installment in the Star Wars franchise. That is episode number 8, The Last Jedi. And so this is why you come here. Is it good? Is it not good? Should you go see it? And it's Star Wars, so I mean, you gotta go see it, right? Okay, so like in every Star Wars film, for the most part, at least any of the most recent ones, it's beautiful. It looks great, CG's awesome, the warp speeds look awesome, some new effects, some new things here and there. The lightsabers have actually gotten pretty real looking, and you know, all that kind of good stuff. That's the kind of stuff you come to expect from the actual film. So the other question is, does everything work out? And yes, it does, because I think Disney and Lucasfilm and this whole conglomerate, Rian Johnson, is all playing this very safe. It doesn't feel like a risky movie. It doesn't feel like there's anything like astronomically fantastical about it, other than the fact that you are watching a Star Wars film, which there were Star Wars fans in the actual screening, and they all loved it. So if you're a Star Wars fan, like hardcore Star Wars fan, like you got like PJs and toys and bed sheets and Star Wars, all kinds of stuff, that kind of thing, you're gonna love it. You got lots of familiar faces. You've got people coming back, well, not from like the dead or anything, but returning from the previous movie type of thing. And so, you know, you got the whole cast together. You got Luke, you got Leia, you got Rey, you got Finn, you got Poe, you know, all of them, they're all there. And, you know, they continue on their particular paths that they were on from before. So yeah, everything kind of is continuing as you would expect it should. The question that you have to ask yourself, though, is everyone who's returning, do you care about what they're doing in the movie? And is what they're doing in the movie actually useful or useless, or like what's kind of going on there? And so yeah, it's a good movie, you know, pretty much all the way through, but let's go ahead and scoot this on to the next section. So as great as these movies are, there's just a little bit too much safety. The safety net is literally right underneath the trapeze, guys. You know what I mean? Like they're trapezing over here, and the safety net's like right here. You know, there's no. It doesn't feel like there was any room for anything really crazy to go on here. It's not really all that dark of a story, and usually people would expect like the second movie to be more like Empire Strikes Back and leave all these crazy cliffhangers, and it wasn't exactly like that. And I can't really say too much because I've already agreed to not say too much because I don't want to reveal anything, but there are things revealed, obviously. You're gonna find stuff out. But what I'm noticing coming from The Force Awakens, which this movie is, I feel, a better representation, a better movie altogether. It had some pacing issues and it had some tonal issues, and then there's like this weird humor that they're trying to like inject into Star Wars, which I'm not exactly keen on, I guess I would say, because like the previous Star Wars films used to have like a very particular set of humor, which was usually based on either a very character-driven style, or it was more based on either the droids or an aliens or something like that, where they would either translate or they were just quirky on their own, and that's where the humor came from. So it was kind of strange to get this level of humor from a Star Wars franchise. Also, there's a lot of one-liners throughout the film, and I know it's like summer blockbuster style film, but it's not really summer, it's more like in December, but I get that. Well, I guess December blockbuster, winter blockbuster, whatever, I don't know, but blockbuster period. But you have like this style where, you know, someone's just kind of throwing these one-liners off here and there, and some of them hit, some of them don't, but I think they don't more often than do, but maybe that's just the style that maybe is starting to wane on me just a little bit. That could just be me. So where The Force Awakens was kind of like a rehash of A New Hope, it felt like the exact same movie beat for beat, including a Death Star. This movie doesn't quite do that in terms of like, okay, let's just take Empire Strikes Back and just copy it beat for beat. It doesn't do that. It takes beats from different movies within the franchise, of course, and kind of puts them together. So like while you're watching a scene, you're like, this is very reminiscent of this, or this is a straight parallel to this scene, and then you just kind of know what's going to happen. Even though they twist it up just a little bit, you still know like, okay, this is exactly what's gonna happen. I know exactly what's gonna happen. And that's maybe a good thing for certain fans, but for someone like me, that doesn't really feel that great. I don't like to know what's happening in the movie unless I'm following a particular path, like, okay, this makes sense in the movie. I like to watch it and just be wowed. I don't have to be wowed the entire time, but like wowed at least in the major plot points. I want to be wowed. I don't want to know what's going on, or at least not know what's going to happen. I do want to know what's going on. I don't want to know what's going to happen. So I mean, in the end, it didn't kill the film, but it does kind of hurt it for me a little bit. You know, by the time the end of the movie came about, I wasn't exactly like excited. Not like excited like if you had watched like The Matrix or something, and you know, you're all of a sudden like super excited about Neo, like wondering what he can do next, and like at the end of that movie you're just like at the edge of your seat, like, okay, I want to see what happens next. I didn't really feel that here. So Carrie Fisher in the movie, yeah, she is there, and it's, you know, it's just, I think her acting was a little bit dialed in for this particular one, kind of like it was in the last one. So it's kind of like, it looked like she didn't really want to do it the first time, whatever, The Force Awakens, she didn't really look like she wanted to be there. It was a very wooden performance, and if she didn't want to do it, and she was maybe contracted to do more than one, now she's here probably not really wanting to do this one either in this particular set. And I mean, you can tell, you can watch it and you're just like, okay, I mean, she's trying. So either she didn't want to, or she can't anymore, or something, but there's just definitely something missing there. Okay guys, verdict time, right? So here we are. Should you see it? Should you not see it? Yes, of course you should see it. It's Star Wars. Go check it out. I mean, it's just like like I said in the beginning, you just kind of have to. You just kind of have to, like, you know, it's Star Wars. Especially if you're a fan. Yes, you should see it. What do I think? It's an okay movie for me. Like, at the end of it, I didn't feel like I needed to go back and see it immediately. I may go see it again, you know, maybe take my wifey or something like that to go check it out, but I don't feel like this immediate need to go check it out one more time. Yes, it's a good movie. Not a great movie, not an awful movie, much better than the prequels, and much, well, not much, but much better than The Force Awakens. I felt it a little bit more cohesive here, while a little bit flawed. So, yeah, I would still say go see it. I don't really have a rating system for this one. I liked it, didn't hate it, didn't love it. I liked it. Go check it out. Once again, this is Dorky Diggity Dave. You just heard my review for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Did you like the movie? Did you see the movie? When are you gonna see it? And if you did see it, what did you think? Let me know down in the comments below, and let everyone else know, and then you guys can like discuss and do all that kind of good stuff. So if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, share it with your mama. All that stuff helps me out. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.